Five, four, three, two, one, go! And we are off.
Well, almost. Let's
Well,
give them a second for
what's
the
the
delay.
what's the delay? There we go.
Yeah,
And
hold your horses there, Armageddon.
around the same time, I'm always just so excited for the beginning of these. The rest of it, meh. But the beginning, definitely always an exciting treat.
So, Armageddon, there's something I've been wondering ever since I met you,
Yeah?
and that is, what what is your favorite Christmas present that you ever got of all time?
That is something that I've been racking my brain over, for sure. And I'd have to say at least one of them that comes into my mind is my dad bought me and my brother tickets to go see Oasis live in Toronto. At the time, at the time they were my number one favorite band. My brother, not so much, but he kind of had to be dragged along because we were still a little young. But I imagine that those tickets were probably difficult to get and most likely expensive. And it was also the first time I'd ever smelled marijuana.
So it was a combination of the love and the experience.
Yeah. I mean, I would get like Zelda games here and there, and I was like, oh my god, I love you so much. But I think that one had the most effort put into it. What about you, Coach?
Well, my favorite Christmas present of all time was probably when I was 10 years old. I got a 10-speed bike, and that bike took me everywhere until I got my driver's license. It was a really great Christmas present. In fact, funny story. I actually found the bike like a month before Christmas in my dad's closet. I was looking for a board game at the time, and I accidentally found it hidden back in his closet, and so I knew when I was getting it before Christmas started. But it was still one of the best Christmas presents I ever got.
Now, Coach, you say you were looking for a board game. Were you really?
Yes, I really was, because that's where the board games were kept in our house. Was in my dad's closet in the basement.
Indeed. Well, I remember going through the closets, quote unquote, searching for something I most desperately needed. And of course, the answer was always more answers because I needed to know what I was going to get for Christmas way ahead of time. Can you confirm or deny that you were really looking for Christmas presents?
No, no, I really wasn't. I wasn't even thinking about Christmas at the time. Actually, I just really wanted my friend was over at my house. And I can't even remember what game we were trying to play. It was some like a weird pool game, like one of those really really tiny pool tables. It was
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that, and I thought it was kept there, but no, I ended up finding a 10-speed bike.
Hmm. And did you ever, were you trying to like, in the back of your mind think, oh, well, this couldn't be for me because clearly, and then come up with some kind of cornball answer to explain it away in your head?
No, I knew it was for me.
Hmm. This reminds me of a time, I think it was my seventh birthday. It was the day before my seventh birthday. And so July 25th, 1989, just to be specific. Um, I went downstairs. I don't know why I did this. I went downstairs to ask my parents if I could have a glass of water before, like, well after I've gone to bed, because I had a feeling that they were either like wrapping my gifts for my birthday or like using them or trying to figure something out. I just had this inkling, like this, child intuition, and I was right because I saw them playing the NES that they were going to give me the next day. But I pretended like I couldn't see it, like, oh, my eyes hurt, so I couldn't quite see what you guys were doing, and I wasn't paying attention to the sound effects. So they bought it. At least they pretended they did. And then I got the NES with Bubble Bobble and Beetlejuice.
Bubble Bobble and Beetlejuice. I mean, what a contrasting pair of games right there.
Yeah, and of course Mario Duck Hunt, but you know.
The first NES game I ever got for Christmas was Mario 2, and I got that in Christmas of 1989.
Yeah, I think my brother actually got. No, he got Mario 2. That was one of the few NES games he owned. Was the following year, the following Christmas. So 1990, he got Mario 2.
Yeah, my parents hid that present in the tree, and I didn't find it. And my mom had to like really, really hint to me that the present was in the tree.
Like a little like, I wonder if there's anything else. Tree looks a little heavier than last year. I wonder why.
It was almost like a wait, what is that? I see something in the tree. What is that right there?
Looks like it has the word coach on it.
Yep, that's what they called me back then. They called me Coach.
Oh my.
And when I was bad, they called me Crab. So
Yeah. And that's how he got your name.
it's stuck ever since.
Hmm.
So what's going on here? Do we have a race or something?
I believe we do. DPadDanny already
It,
in Danky King. Or no, not Danky King. Pirate Gideon time.
yeah, it looks like Danny is fighting you right now.
And Digshake still trying to work through World 1, as expected.
It's like struggling a little bit on the my least favorite level.
To use a colloquial phrase, it looks like Digshake is taking a very mean Digshake on screen.
A dig shark.
Yes. But it looks like he has the skills to pay the bills. It's just, maybe the electricity bill came in a little bit late. All right, this analogy is starting to fall apart. We really
He's
should.
doing. I noticed he's doing slightly faster than Angry Larry strats.
And what would that consist of?
Holding down the B button instead of not holding down the B button when you walk.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed Angry Larry's strats of just going for a walk, in quotation marks. Just going for a
Oh,
walk.
I never said I didn't enjoy Angry Larry strats. I'm just saying that Dig Shake's strategies are slightly different. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I wasn't saying anything either way, too. It's more of just everybody has their own style, and sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Going by
Yep.
tortoise and hare strats, if anything.
Right now we're on level 2-1 versus level 3-2. However, anything can happen in this game, as you know. This game is unforgiving when it comes to deaths.
Extremely. You could make it all the way to the boss, and then just die, and then you're sent all the way to the beginning of that level, and that is a huge time loss, an unbelievable time loss. And that's only one death. And deaths
And
come very easy in this game.
when I saw Danny practicing this game, he got caught by Elmira one time. So
Oh, you got the Elmira driver.
being caught by Elmira is basically automatic game over.
But you don't get the luxury of reducing your lives should you have, say, fewer than 3.
So in some ways, it's even worse. But Danny got by Elmira that time. He looks to be doing okay in level 3-3.
Yeah, he takes the furball in many more levels than many of the competitors are used to. But to each their own, and that's one thing about this game. It really shows different play styles throughout all the people. Even if they pick similar characters, they might each have their own different strategies in these levels.
Yeah, the most comparable game that we have played so far in the SHITournament when it comes to choosing characters, I would say, is roller games. But this one has even more diversity when it comes to different kinds of strategies that people use, I've noticed so far.
Do you like this game?
It's grown on me. It's a good game to play casually. It's a very difficult game to speedrun, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game to speedrun. It's very difficult, but the more you practice it, the more you can appreciate it, I believe.
Yeah, that's kind of my feeling too. Like, I do genuinely enjoy this game and think it's still quite fun. It's just, to speed run it just makes you want to tear your eyes out and then liquefy them into some kind of soup that you'll ingest later on.
That was pretty dark.
Well, this is Armageddon's stream.
Oh yes, but what was I thinking?
I could get a lot more darker, but I'm trying to keep it rated G, as in gangsta.
Yep, OG, right? Rated OG.
I'm an original prankster.
Here's one of Danny's least favorite levels right here, level 4-2. Let's see how he does on this one.
This level here has definitely plagued me in the past, but I believe I have possibly found a strategy that makes it almost laughably easy.
Yeah, it's really not that difficult if you're able to hit the quick jumps early. And it looks like he cruised through there pretty easily, so good for him.
Mm-hmm. And Digshake's still working on the pirate level.
The pirate level is a really tough one, especially if you haven't played this game very much.
So are there any other Christmas presents that you remember being particularly shocked by, or maybe your parents did the classic, oh, we forgot about this one, at the very last moment?
I can't really think of one that I was shocked by, but probably another one that I really enjoyed when I was 6 years old. This was Christmas 1990, I believe. Christmas 1990. I got what I called an electric guitar. Of course, it was just a toy guitar that ran on AA batteries, and that you push a button and it plays a demo and that kind of thing. But I actually still have that. It's in my garage right now. Does it still work? I don't know. I haven't played it in like 6 years, but maybe I should do an IRL stream sometime of playing that old electric guitar that I had since I was 6 years old.
You still have the guitar?
Yep, it's in the garage.
Cool. I remember, I forget what year it came out, but everybody had already received all their gifts, and my parents genuinely forgot a gift. Like, I could tell they weren't really hamming it up, because at this point I was, maybe, I don't know, mid-teens or whenever this game came out. And they said, oh, geez, we forgot about this one gift, because they'd hid it in the top of a closet behind some stuff, and they just honestly forgot. It wasn't like the big get either. It was just something they forgot about. It was Final Fantasy X-2. And
nice.
I didn't even ask for it. Like, I didn't even know about it, but they got me the deluxe edition. So it came with, like, the fancy art booklet and a strategy guide, and I didn't even know about its existence.
And did you enjoy it when you started playing it blind?
Yeah. I really like Final Fantasy X-2. It's maybe not one of my favorites, but I can play through it from beginning to end and still be perfectly okay with it.
The only Final Fantasy game I've ever played is Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo, which is, I think, really Final Fantasy VI. Is that correct?
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever played, and I still haven't beat it yet. I need to beat that game.
It's my second favorite game of all time.
It's a great one. I mean, I really enjoyed it when I played it, but I was playing through it. I got about halfway through it and got busy and stopped and haven't really gotten back to it since then, but I really should.
I just want to comment that DPadDanny is now on the most blinding level in the entire game and the most gaudy level, Wacky Land. I actually have to turn my head away from the gameplay because it's way too bright. I don't know why they came up with this color scheme. Like
you gotta love the pink and purple plaid, right?
It's like a minty green hell.
Minty gargle?
gargle, minty gargle.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, pretty much. And Danny's using plucky strats in Wacky Land.
Digshake desperately trying to recover here and beat the boss, but he just can't nail it.
Yeah, he's looking pretty frustrated right now.
Yeah, so, you know, this is pretty much DPadDanny's game to lose.
Yeah, we'll see how he does in the final level. Will he beat it in one go, or will he take about 4 or 5 minutes to get past this area like he did in his last race that was really close against
Yeah,
who was that, I guess, Eon?
The last level is definitely the great equalizer.
Yeah, I mean, based on the way I've seen some of these races go, Digshake still really has a chance here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he gets to the pirate boss 3 or 4 more times before he actually beats it.
All right, Digshake, let's beat this pirate Gideon.
Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone...
Are you getting a phone call?
Apparently, my phone isn't even plugged in to my computer. My computer is just starting to take over my phone. It has a mind of its own.
So are you going to tell us about that booty call, or are we going to have to speculate?
Well, I have a pretty good idea of who it is. It's this lady that I've been talking to. And I don't know why she decided to call me right now.
I know why she called you.
Yeah. Well, she does live a little ways away from here, so I don't know so much about a booty call as so much a just a friendly call. But hey, look at what we just witnessed here.
Well, this race is basically over, so if you need to leave Armageddon, I perfectly understand, you know.
No. Hopefully we will get DPad in the Discord afterwards. So yeah,
that was a pretty good final level by DPadDanny there, I think.
Yeah, he just pretty much stormed the castle.
And here he is, Danny. Way to go on your second victory so far. Talk about your race. How'd it go?
You talking to me? Sorry.
I'm talking to you.
What was the question?
Maybe Armageddon, you need to ask the question because my voice probably isn't very clear.
All right. The question was, what did you think of the race? How do you think you did this time? Clearly, you've been doing some practicing, so especially that very last level, you just seemed to storm right through it. What are your thoughts and feelings?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm hearing me in your speakers. Like, are you listening on your speakers?
I am, because that's all I can do, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I had some bets early on that I didn't really care for. When it ran through, my phone just stopped working on the jump button as I was fluttering and just plummeted. So I wasn't too happy about that. I feel like I could have had a better time. I was kind of behind from the get-go because of it.
Don't worry, D-Pad. We all struggle with performance issues, I'm sure, from time to time. But yeah, it looks like you pretty much just stomped on Digshake, who unfortunately seemed to have great struggles throughout his play. But we have Digshake in the chat right now. Digshake, what did you think of your performance thus far in the tournament? Digshake, are you with us?
Looks like Digshake's interview skills are as good as his playing skills.
Oh,
that was actually the best friend I've ever had.
Really?
Well, congratulations, Digshake.
Yeah, I made it to the pirate boss. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pirate
Congrats.
boss. Your
It's
PB
not
is,
an easy game.
your PB is the PB.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, baby steps. Perhaps next time you'll be able to beat the game. Sometimes all it takes to even win this game is to simply beat the game. Because as we've noticed, many people can game over multiple times. This is not an easy game.
No, it really isn't.
To be the game, you've got to beat the game.
Woo!
So, Danny and Digshake, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is the most memorable Christmas present you ever got?
The most memorable Christmas present I've ever gotten?
Yes.
Probably the Nintendo 64 the year it came out.
Oh, is that video of you?
Were you the Nintendo 64 kid?
No.
I got a Super Nintendo. That was pretty hype. So was the Ocarina of Time. That was a good Christmas present.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was a good one too.
Yeah, those sound like a couple of good ones.
Mm-hmm. Mine was just a couple tickets to a concert.
The concert tickets are pretty legit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure there was other ones that, if I rack my brain hard enough, I can think of. Maybe the gift of sight,
That's an important one.
Yeah,
So looking forward, Danny, you are now 2-0, and you have to face Luke May. Is that going to be on Monday? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's going to be Monday at 10 p.m. EST. I don't know how I feel about it, man. He's a good runner.
Well, don't sell yourself short. Clearly, you have, as I said during the race, skills to pay the bills. So, you've already won twice. So, who knows? You could go 3-0, could go 2-1, or maybe some weird, bizarre third option.
I think those are the only two options.
The other group. I'd like to be in the other group. I'd like to be in Larry's group. Can I be in that group?
I'm sorry, but if you did see the stream where Buzz Thunder chose randomly the names, that's just kind of how it played out.
So, Digshake, when you're facing Enchantress of Numbers, are you two just going to do a Zelda 2 rando run?
I can probably beat Zelda 2 rando faster than I can beat this game.
I could probably go along with that. Yeah, I'd probably put money on that.
That would be an interesting idea. Have Enchantress of Numbers race this game while you race a complete rando Zelda 2 game.
Well, she's actually good at this game, so.
Well, I guess that just means you're going to have to put a little more skill into it.
And when is your race against Enchantress of Numbers, Digshake?
I believe that's tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I want to say.
There are a lot of games happening tomorrow.
So are you planning on pushing it to the limit with all of the practice you're going to do tonight, Digshake?
Well, I actually have practiced a little bit. I got that first stage pretty good, kind of, but
first stage looks all.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll get any practice in or not. I'm not sure it really matters. I don't think I can get it. Even if I practice from now until my race with Eon, I still don't think I'd be able to get good enough to win that. So
you never.
You are the creator of the tournament. Where you finish in the tournament doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, I'm looking forward to going up against Larry in the Ultimate Loser race again. So.
Yeah, that should definitely be an interesting match. Should things fall that way, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I mean, we've seen this game softlock, for example. So, this thus far, I think this game has definitely made very polarizing conclusions throughout the tournament.
The softlock was a very interesting race.
Indeed.
I mean, it looked like that. Who was that? Alan Heffley?
I believe that was the Alan Heffley.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Heffley. Yes, from Ohio State, right?
University of Kentucky.
The Ohio State University. But yes, so he got to level 3-2 and ended up just opening after his sophomore. But Larry was never able to make it to level 3-2, and his hour ended. And since his hour ended, the Alan Heffley ended up winning.
Yeah, sometimes things just kind of go that way. So who knows what the next races will entail? Maybe Digshake will get further than Eon, and maybe Eon will softlock, or maybe one of them will just have an off day. Anything is possible.
I think Eon would have to softlock like 5 times for me to have a chance.
Yeah, anything really is possible in this game because we have seen some pretty crazy races so far. We've had some pretty dull ones, but we've also had some pretty crazy races so far.
Was it me against Eon? I won by 3 seconds, and then who was it? It was Nirm and so
Nirm and Bent Glass Tube, I think, was 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was 5 seconds. That was a pretty intense evening.
So you and Enchantress of Numbers, Danny, there was like 12 lead changes in that race. There was probably a record-setting number of lead changes.
No, that was the other race. Because they danced around the last level, like they kept dying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
right. That was BGT and Nirm. That's right.
That's the BGT Nirm race.
Right.
A very hype race. Like a lot of these races have been extremely interesting, even if they're like complete blowouts. Just to see the difference in strategies of the people is very like whether it's plucky strats or furball strats or the very rare dizzy devil strats.
Dizzy strats.
The going for a walk strats, as I like to put it.
Well, hey, sometimes you have to improvise,
Right. And everyone's got their own play style. So it's interesting to see.
All right, so what's the strategy going forward, guys? Any plans on changing anything, or just to keep plugging along? What's the deal?
Try not to die with stupid crap too much. I mean, I have a lot of BS and silly deaths, but I'm not. I don't really speedrun that much. So for me, I'm going balls to the wall, and I'm going to make stupid mistakes constantly because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, hey, it's a speed run. I got to be fast. And it wasn't until, I don't know, a couple of weeks in or so that I actually decided, okay, well, I need to go slow on this stage and on this stage because those are the ones I have trouble with. And then I started improving my time. I mean, it's just, you got to change your mindset around the game sometimes.
I have to say, your runs have been pretty impressive, Danny, considering you refuse to practice with save states.
OG hardware, no power pack, original cart, original toaster NES. I don't use save states or emulation.
Yeah, you want old school? This guy is old school.
Cannot argue with that.
And Digshake, what about you? Do you have any interesting strategies going forward? Are you maybe going to take more risks, take less risks, focus on completing the game?
I might practice. That would be a strategy.
That would be a good
simple and to the point.
Yeah, Digshake, it's a tough one to wrap your head around, but once you start understanding the mechanics, it's still super frustrating, but it does begin to be fun. It's actually a really good speed game.
That slide jump.
Yeah, you got to master that.
But the most frustrating part is when you hold down B, you still fail when you jump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's
all about knowing when to be and when not to be.
that is the question.
Yeah, haha, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go race a good game. So
Good luck, Digshake.
thanks for the restream. Thanks for the commentary. And GG, Danny.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for racing.
See you
Good
later,
luck with
Digshake.
that, Digshake.
He's coming.
And Danny, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you go undefeated thus far.
Yeah, I'll knock on wood.
All right, I hope your head is okay. But on that
I'll be
note,
all right.
is there anything else you'd like to say to everybody listening out there, Mr. DPadDanny?
Game on and be excellent to each other, dudes.
Sandeep's football rules.
Well, thanks for restreaming, guys. I appreciate it and appreciate the commentary.
Yes, Armageddon time. Thank you for restreaming, and thank you for allowing me to come in and bother you like crazy again.
Thank you for saving my bacon. I don't know if I could do this on my own. I can only vamp for so long, and vamping against myself is an even worse idea. So I appreciate you being here, Coach.